Hi everyone, let's look at the GCSE 2018 Higher Calculator Paper 2. First question, simplify m3 times m to the power 4. So it's basically index laws of indices. So 3 plus 4 is 7, so m to the power 3 plus 4, so the answer is m to the power 7. Second question, simplify again, 5np cube to the power 3. So basically this 3 belongs to each and every people. So 5 to the power 3, so this 3 belongs to 5, and this 3 belongs to n, and this 3 belongs to 3, the p cube as well. So 5 cube n cube times p cube to the power 3. So the answer 5 to the power 3 is 125. N cube p to the power 3 times 3 is 9. So that is our final answer. So 125 n cube p 9. There's a C part there. 32 cube to the power 9 r to the power 4 divided by 4 q cube r. So first of all, 32 divided by 4 is 8. So q 9 divided by q cube, which is q to the power 6, r to the power 4 divided by r to the power 1 is r to the power 3. So 8 q 6 r cube, it's our final answer. 8 q 6 r to the power 3. Question number 2. Find the lowest common multiple LCM of 40 and 56. So 40, so we'll do a factor tree for 40. So 2 times 20, and 2 is not a prime number, so 2 times 10. 10 is not a prime number, so 2 times 5. So factor tree, we found all the prime factors from the factor tree, so we'll do the same thing for the 56. So 2 times 28, then 2 times 14, 2 times 7. So all the prime factors for 56 from the factor tree. Now we need to pair them up. So there's a 2 common. So instead of 2, 2, so the LCM, it's going to be 1, 2. So 2 2's here, one of the 2 selected. So here also another pair of 2, so another 1, 2 selected. So the missing one is 5 and 7 also need to be multiplied together with the 2's. So 5 times 7. So the answer is 2 times 2 is 4, 8, 8 times 5, 40, 40 times 7 is 280. So our final answer for the part A, question 2, is 280. There's a B part there. Now this time they have given the number A in a prime factors format. 3 times 2 times 3 times 5. So the B is a number 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. So the highest common factor, we need to group them to a pair and write only 1, 2. So 2 times 2. There is no pair of 2, there is a pair of 3 So times it by 3, then you can have another 5. So the highest common factor, we are not multiplying the 2 and 5, so only the factors with the pairs. So 2, 2, 3, 5. So 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 3, 12, 12 times 5 is 60. So our final answer is 60. Question number 3. The line L is shown on the grid. Find an equation for L. So equation for a straight line is y equal mx plus c. So m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. So y-intercept can be found from the y-axis. In this case is minus 6. So c is minus 6, and we need to find out the m. So the gradient m. So the gradient m, any triangle you can make, any length of the triangle, it has to be a right angle triangle. We need to find out the difference of y divided by difference of x. So I need the difference of x is 1 square and difference of y is 3 squares. So if you want, you can do a bigger triangle, but as long as we found the difference of, so this is the delta y, which is the difference of y, and this is the difference of x. So the gradient can be found out by difference of y divided by difference of x. In this case is 3 divided by 1. So m is 3 and c is minus 6. So the equation of the straight line y equal 3x minus 6. That is our final answer. Question 4. Raya buys a van for 8,500 plus VAT at 20%. Raya pays a deposit for the van. She then pays the rest of the cost in 12 equal payments of £531.25 each month. Find the ratio of the deposit Raya pays to the total of the 12 equal payments. Give your answer in its simplest form. So the actual question is you need to find the ratio. So find the ratio is the question. So ratio means it could be ratio between 2 numbers, 3 numbers, or anything. So here the question is the ratio of the deposit Raya pays to the total of 12 equal payments. So let's start the question. So total of the 12 equal payments. So which is equal to 12 times £531.25, which you can use the calculator. It's a calculator paper, so please make use of the calculator. 12 times 531.25, 6,375. So that is the total of the 12 equal payments. Now we need to find out the deposit. So the way to do is the deposit. So actually deposit plus the total monthly payments equal the cost of the van. So the cost of the van we can find out by 8,500 times 20% VAT. So the way to do is 20% VAT added to the price means the multiplier is 1.2. So if anybody don't know how to do this 1.2, the way to do is 20% increment means you need to add 20 to 100 and divided by 100. So which is 120 divided by 100, which is 1.2. So 1.2 is the multiplier, and if you times that 1.2 times 8,500, you get 10,200. So the difference between 10,200 and the 6,375, it's going to be the deposit. So deposit equal 10,200 minus 6,375. So 3,825 pounds. So we nearly there. So we found the deposit. We found the total equal payments total. So now we need to find out. The ratio. So the ratio is, first they are asking deposit. So 3,825 is to 6,375. So careful with this step, because I have seen the other worked solution in the YouTube. They have used the different numbers. Some they have used the 10,200. So recheck again the question. They only ask for the total of the 12 equal payments, not the total cost of the van. So the total of the 12 equal payment is 6,775. Sorry, 6,375. Now all what we need to do is just the simplest form. You need to make this as a simplest form. I know this is ending with 25, so we can divide both numbers by 25. Let me do that quickly. So 153. So I'm dividing this by 25. So when you are simplifying ratio, you have to do the same operation for the both numbers. So I'm dividing by 25. This become 153 is to 6375 is 255. 255 again divide by 3 is 85. So I'm dividing by 3 is 85, and this one divide by 3 is 51. So 51 is to 85. I think if I have the factors is 3 times 17. So if I divide the 51 by 17, I get 3 is to, then if I divide by 17, I get 5. So the final answer is 3 is to 5. Question number 5. Complete the table of values for y equal x squared minus x minus 6. This is a calculator paper, so make use of the calculator substitution. So but I'm going to show you the working how to do this one. So let me write the equation y equal x squared minus x minus 6. Substitute x value to minus 2, so minus 2 squared minus minus 2 minus 6. So minus 2 squared is 4, minus time minus is plus 2 minus 6. So 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 minus 6 is 0. You don't need to show the working. It's only 2 marks for filling these 5 gaps. So you can straight away press the calculator to find out the answer. So I'm going to show the working, as this is a kind of a worked solution. Instead of I showing the calculator how I am pressing, So all what you want to do is you need to be very careful with minus numbers. Put the brackets to the minus numbers when you are pressing the calculator. Minus 1, minus 6, 1 minus time minus plus 1 minus 6. So 2 minus 6 is minus 4. So calculator pretty much give the accurate answer, but subjected to you press the numbers correctly with brackets and things like that. The old version of the calculator, you have to put the brackets. If you're using Casio 85 and above, you don't need to put the brackets. The calculator is clever enough to understand it's a negative number, but you know, for safe side, you put the minus. If it is a negative number, put the minus and calculate. Let's do the remaining three gaps. Y equal x squared minus x minus 6. So 1 squared minus 1 minus 6. So 1 minus 1 minus 6. So this is 0 and minus 6. So this is going to be minus 6. Next one, y equal x squared minus x minus 6. So 2 squared minus 2 minus 6. So 4 minus 2 minus 6. 4 minus 2 is 2 minus 6 minus 4. So this is minus 4. And the finally 3. So 3 squared minus 3 minus 6. So that is going to be 9 minus 3 6 minus 6 is 0. So I have the value. So all these points are paired up together to give the coordinates. So minus 3 comma 6 minus 2 comma 0 and minus 1 minus 4 and 0 minus 6 1 minus 6 and 2 minus 4 3 comma 0. I'm just showing the working, but you don't need to show all this working. You only need to do one of the working and show and press the calculator and fill up the table. That's the end of the question number 5a. Question number 5b. On the grid, draw the graph of y equal x squared minus x minus 6 for the values of x from minus 3 to 3. So we already prepared the table and found the coordinates from the part A. I copied the table here. So now I'm going to draw the quadratic graph. So you plug the points minus 3 6, so which is this one, and minus 2 0, and minus 1 minus 4, and 0 minus 6, and 1 minus 6, and 2 minus 4, and 3 0. So that is the points. So we need to connect those lines to get the smooth line. Hope I will trying to do with the pen I'm using here. So when you have the correct pen, so as long as you draw a smooth curve, not a straight lines. That's it. So that is the sketch of the curve. Question C. Use your graph to find the estimates of the solution to the equation x squared minus x minus 6 equal minus 2. So if I go back one step, the previous question, the graph's name is y equal x squared minus x minus 6. So if I see the C part, my left hand side is same as the graph's name. So let me explain to you this one. Y equal x squared minus x minus 6. this is my graph. So the graph means the graph I sketched. That x squared minus x minus 6 equal y. So instead of this one, I can substitute y. So y equal minus 2. So this is a straight line. We need to additionally draw on the same graph. So y equal minus 2, y equal number. That means it is a horizontal line which is passing through the minus 2. So y equal minus 2 is a line which is going to be intersecting at 2 points. That point's x coordinate is going to be my solution. So now read the question carefully again. Use your graph. So you can't use any algebra method. Use your graph to find estimates. So there may be, like in the marking scheme, they give a kind of a range. So your answer is in between that range. You will get the full marks for that. So estimates of the solution to the equation x squared minus x minus 6 equal minus 2. So the way to do is x squared minus x minus 6 is my graph, which is y, equal minus 2. So y equal minus 2, it's a line we need to draw in the same axis. So I'm going to draw that y equal, this is the y equal minus 2 line. So the y equal minus 2 line is intersecting the graph at 2 places. So one of this one is this one. So I'm just going to be so if you say this is 1 to nearly 2.5 and this one is minus 1.5. So if I go back to the C, the answer is x equal 2.5 or x equal minus 1.5. So that is the answer for the part C. That is the end of the question 5. Question number 6. A force of 70 newtons acts on an area of 20 centimeters squared. The force is increased by 10 newtons. The area is increased by 10 centimeters squared. Helen says the pressure decreases by less than 20%. Is Helen correct? You must show how you get your answer. So they have given an equation, pressure equal force divided by area. So here they have given two different scenarios. One is the old and this one is new, or we can say before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. So the two different scenarios. So pressure before, equal to force divided by area. So force is 70 divided by 20. So both zeros cancel. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5 Newton per centimeter squared. So pressure after force over area. So carefully read the question. The force is increased by 10 newtons. It's not 10 newton, increased by 10 newtons, so 80. The area is increased by 10 centimeters squared. So that means previously 20, that is now 30. So basically 8 over 3 is the fractional answer. You can still press the calculator and get a decimal answer if you like. 2.66. It's a recurring decimal. So just either you can use the 8 upon 3 or 2.667 Newton per centimeter squared. So one is before and one is the after. So Helen says a statement, so we need to prove what is the percentage change. So percentage change, we need to remember this formula. So change over original, or some of you studied this as a new minus old divide by old, everything same. So new minus old means you are talking about change. So the new is 2.667. You can use the fractional answer for this one also. Minus 3.5 divided by 3.5. So let me grab my calculator. So it's not a kind of a computer calculator, it's not a scientific calculator, so I'm going to be doing this in steps. You don't need to do that in your scientific calculator, so you can do that straight away. So 0.8333 divided by 3.5. So divided by 3.5, which is minus 0.238. Right. So this is the new, and you need to put a times 100 to make it as a percentage. So that will come up to minus 23.8 percentage. So Helen says the pressure decreases by less than 20 percentage. Yes, she's right, decreases, but not less than 20, it's more than 20. So you have to say Helen is incorrect as the pressure decreases more than 20 percentage. So that's all the working you need to show. You have shown the percentage change and the answer is minus 23.8, and conclude the answer by saying Helen is incorrect, and just say that means more than 20 percentage, not less than. That is the end of the question 6. Question number 7. Enlarge shape A by scale factor 1/3, center point 0,1. So 0,1, the center point is already marked, and the scale factor, so scale factor, so they already given the scale factor. So scale factor is a fraction, so 1/3. So that means 1/3 mean the original object A is going to be reduced its size by every length is going to be divided by 3. So the scale factor is 1/3. So divide by number 3. So how I'm going to do, so there's a different methods to do this one. Probably in the schools, and the normal way to do this question is people draw projection lines. So when you draw the projection lines, you will end up with your image, enlarged image. I'm going to show you a different method. If you're happy with this method, you can follow this one, or if you want to draw the projection line and you can find the answer. The way I'm going to do, from the center point 0, 1 is given. From the center point, I'm going to traveling 3 units to the right, and from there 3 units to up to reach to the first point of the shape A. This is my point. I want to find out how this point is going to be subjected to the enlargement. So all what you want to do is the distance you traveled need to be divided by 3. So you traveled x distance here to here is 3 units. 3 squares. So 3 divided by 3, why I am dividing by 3? Scale factor is 1/3. So divide by 3 is 1 unit. Then the y distance, I travelled 3. So again 3 divided by 3 is 1. Here 3 divided by 3 is 1. So this 3 travelling becomes 1, and again from there 1 up. So let me change the color. So I'm going to put a dot here. That is the point, exactly the same point of this blue. So from this purple dot, I'm going to draw the shape. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. So 6 squares divided by 3 is 2 squares. So 2 squares means from here 2 squares up. Now if you count the top is 1, 2, 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So it's going to be 1 square to the right. Then if I count this one, 1, 2, 3. 3 squares down. So divide by 3, 1. So I'm going to go down. That's the one. So if I connect this and this is the enlarged image. So if you want, you can shade and show this is your enlarged shape page. So they didn't ask you to mark it as a different color, different letter or something, so mark it like that. So basically what you are trying to show you the normal method. So from the center point, sometimes people draw the projection lines. So if you draw the projection line also, you will end up with the same shape, right? I'm not using the projection line. I'm counting the distance, x distance and the y distance, and divide by the scale factor. If the scale factor is 2, I times by 2. I only need the first point. Once I find the first point, from there I can construct the enlarged shape. That is my final answer, and that is the end of the question 7. Question number 8. 60 people were asked if they prefer to go on holiday in Britain or in Spain or in Italy. 38 of the people were male, 11 of the 32 people who said Britain were female, 8 males said Italy, 12 people said Spain. One of the females is chosen at random. What is the probability that this female said Spain? I'm totally confused because there's lots of data. When you're reading this one, you couldn't find out where to start this question. So because there's lots of data. So if you think this one very carefully, there are Britain, Spain, Italy, 3 categories. And the people are categorized into male and female. That is the clue for you to understand this is a two-way table question. So the two-way table question means you need to prepare a small table, then the question becomes very easy. Let me show you this one. Right, so I'm going to say B for Britain, S for Spain, I for Italy, and this is male and this is female, and I'm going to say here is the total and here is the total. So let me use a different color. Every time I marked a number, I'll make sure that when I put a tick that I have used that data. So 60 people were asked. 60 is the total number. So 60 has to come here. So the total of male and female and total of Britain, Spain and Italy all total together is 60. So I have marked here and I put circle there. 38 of the people were male. So total is 38. So I have marked the 38. I got an idea. So 38, I can easily fill up this one. So 60, take away 38. So it's 22. I can quickly mark it here. So total female is 22. 11 out of 32 people who said Britain were female. So the total is 32 for Britain. The out of 32, 11 are female. So that means 21 male. So I have used this one. So I am circling it. 8 male said Italy. 8 male said Italy. Oh, I got an idea. So to get 38, so 21 plus 8, 29, and together with 9 is 38. So we are getting there. So 8 males. 12 people said Spain. So 12 people said Spain. So the total is 12. So that means this is 3. Wow. So 11 plus 3 is 14 plus 8. Then 8 plus 8, 16. So the table is completed. They didn't ask for table. They asked a simple question. Probability that this female said Spain. What they say? One of the females chosen at random. So the female, so the answer for this one of the female is chosen at random. So the conditional probability. So they only talk about females. So the total female is 22. Out of this 22, what is the probability that this female said Spain? So out of 22 females, 3 people said is the Spain. So they're only asking this probability. So the answer for this question is 3 upon 22. That's our final answer. Question number 9. Jean invests £12,000 in an account paying compound interest. So let me underline this, compound interest for 2 years. In the first year, the rate of interest is X percentage. So they haven't given like a 2% or 3%. It's a X percentage. At the end of the first year, the value of the Jane's investment is 12,336. In the second year, the rate of interest is X over 2%. What is the value of the Jane's investment at the end of the second year? So basically, the money is invested somewhere in a bank for 2 years. The first year, different condition. Second year, a different condition. So first year condition is X percentage. That is the trouble here. So X percentage we need to find. If we find the X percentage, the second year we use the X percentage and carry on doing the compound interest question and to find the second year total. So let me explain to you. So compound interest. So compound interest means, so the total compound interest value, how to do this one. You may study this one. So whatever the value, so let's say the value is, if I put amount times 1 plus whatever the interest rate over 100 to the power n is the number of years. So this is the years and this is the rate. So R stand for the rate. Now let's say that we are trying to explain to you because of the X percentage, most of the people didn't do this question. They did it halfway through, they didn't succeed and they skipped the question. If it is 2%, what we normally do? So if it is 2%, so 1 plus 2 over 100. That's what we do. So 1 plus 2 over 100. So 1 plus 0.02, which is 1.02 is the multiplier to the power how many number of years. So that is the little bit of clue for you if it is a number. But here there is no number, this is a X percentage. So let me do it. Amount is £12,000 times 1 plus X over 100 to the power only the first year, so to the power 1. The total she got is 12,336. So basically that's it. So if I expand this one, so 12,000 times 1 is 12,000 plus 12,000 times X over 100. So I cut 20, cut 20. So here 12,336. So take this 12,000 the other side. So 12,336 take away 12,000 equal 120x. So this take away this is 336 equal 120x. So x equal 336 divided by 120. Use the calculator. So 336 divide by 120, 2.8. So that is 2.8%. So the first year job finished. So from the first part we found X is 2.8%. For the second year the interest rate is, we found 2.8% divide by now 2 because they have given X over 2. So 1.4%. So now we need to find out what is the value of the investment at the end of the second year. So the total she up to is 12,336 at the end of the first year. You can't use the 12,000. 12,000 is the year 1. At the end of the year 1, she got 12,336. So you need to continuously do the question from that amount. So 1 plus 1.4 over 100 to the power 1, because second year considered as first 1 year. So if you press the calculator for this one, you will end up with the correct answer. So this is 1 plus 0.014, and you don't need to do that manually because I'm just trying to do it manually. So 12,336 times 1.014. So that could be the answer. So let me open the calculator. 12,336 times 1.014. The answer I got here, 12,508.70 pence. That is my final answer for the question number 9. Question number 10. The vector A and the vector B are shown on the grid. First part. On the grid, draw and label vector minus 2A. So vectors 2A means, so vector 2A means we need to double the size of the vector A in the same direction. So when it comes to negative 2A, so you need to reverse the direction into 2 units backwards. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me change it to blue color. So I'm going to do a extend a line to double, and the direction I need to mark this way, that is negative 2A. So let me explain to you this a little bit further. If you see this one, so this is 1 unit this direction and 2 units up. And if you double the 2 units is 4 units. That's what I got here. 1, 2, 3, 4 unit. And this one double by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. So that's what you got, 2 units here. So that is the diagonal representing the negative 2a. So we've got 1 mark is correct. The next one, work out the vector a plus 2b as a column vector. So this is a the answer has to be a column vector. So first of all, we need to find out what is the vector a. So what is the vector a as a column vector? So always remember, a vector can be represented by a column vector. The x has to be on the top and the y has to be at the bottom. So if you remember, along the corridor, up the stairs, so this is the x and this is the y. Anything to the right hand side is a positive, anything to the left hand side is negative, anything upwards towards the y direction is positive, anything downwards in the y axis is negative. So right and up is positive, left and down is negative. Let's start with the a. So vector a, x unit is 1, so 1 on the top and up 2, so the y unit is 2. So vector b, we need to write the column vector for b, which is, if I go x unit is 1 to the right and I have to go downwards 3. So downwards 3 means minus 3. So I'm near to the answer now. So now we need to work out a plus 2b. So show the working. So a is 1, 2 plus twice of 1 minus 3, which is equal to 1, 2 plus 2 times 1 is 2, 2 minus 3 is minus 6. Now you can add the column vector. 2 plus 1 is 3 and minus 4. So the answer is 3 minus 4 is the column vector which represent the a plus 2b, and that's our final answer. Question number 11. F and g are functions such that fx is defined as 2 over x squared and gx is equal to 4x cube. You may not clearly seen this gx function. I will repeat that again here. Gx is defined as 4x cube. First part is a 1 mark question. Find f of minus 5. It's a direct substitution. So fx is 2 over x squared, which is equal to 2 over minus 5 squared. So 2 over minus 5 squared, 25. You can use the calculator at this step and find the answer. So 2 over 25, you can leave it as it is, or it's a 1 mark question anyway. So 2 divided by 25 is 0.08. So I'll leave the answer 0.08, but it doesn't matter if you are leaving at 2 upon 25. The second question is fg1. So this is, you may have studied this one, is a composite function. Composite function means 2 functions together. So first of all, you need to understand how this composite function defines. So you need to find out the right hand side function first. So you always need to work this way, not that way. So work this way. So first you find the g1. So what is the answer for g1? g1 is 4 times 1 cube. 1 cube is not 3. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. g1 is 4. So then what you want to do is f of g1, which is f of 4. So we found the g1, which is 4. So substitute that for f of 4. So f of 4 means it's a different function, 2 over x squared. So instead of x squared, you are going to put 2 over 4 squared, which is 2 over 16, which is 1 over 8. Still you can leave it 1 upon 8. So I'll keep it as a decimal, 0.125. If it is coming as a recurring decimal, I will leave it as a fraction. But this is nice and good decimal number, so I'll leave it as a 0.125. That is our final answer for question 11. Question 12. The graphs of y against x represent 4 different types of proportionality. Match each type of proportionality in the table to the correct graph. So basically, they are not giving the equation of the graph, they are giving a proportionality. What does that mean? Is y proportional to x. So in order to make it as an equation, you need to think y equal kx. So y equal mx or kx is a straight line, so we know that its straight line is p. So we'll try to fill that one quickly, whatever we know. And the next one, y proportional to x squared. So y equal kx squared. So we know this one is a quadratic graph. If you don't understand, so just put a number and have a look. So 2x squared. We know this one. This is a happy face graph. So that graph is like this, D. So the second part of the graph is not shown. So the D is going to be my quadratic graph. Before I touch the square root, y proportional to 1 over x, this is y equal k over x. You may have studied this one under the harder graph at the end of the graph topics. It's a graph with parabola. So y equal 1 upon x means this type, and you need to understand y equal minus 1 upon x is the opposite one. And there are other types of graph, but I'm not going to be just giving a lesson on that one, trying to figure it out what the question is now. The last part, it looks like C, and the remaining is A. So that is y squared equal x graph. So that is our final answer. Question number 13. It's a circle theorem. A, B, C and D are points on the circumference of a circle, center O. F, D, E is a tangent to the circle. Show that y minus x equal 90. You must give a reason for each stage of your working. I'm trying to figure it out. Where is the y? Okay, so the y is the angle BAD and x is the angle ODB. And they're asking you to say y minus x equal 90. Right, I'm going to draw a line from B to O, right? So if I draw the line B to O, so this BO line and OD lines are equal. So OB equal OD. So that's the radius of the circle. So if that radius are equal mean this angle equal to this angle. So I get this x. So therefore you can use the three dots. OBD equal ODB equal x. Now in a triangle OBD, so this OBD is a triangle, is an isosceles triangle, and this is x and this is x. We can find out what is this angle because all three angles add up to 180 in a triangle. So start from here. BOD equal 180 minus 2x. So the reason for that one, angles in a triangle adds up to 180 degrees. So they ask you to reason out each step. So that's what I'm trying to explain. BOD, we already found out this one. Right, so BOD is, let me use a different color. Let me use a orange color. Don't want to use the red color. So the BOD is a center angle, and you may have studied this one. This is a circumference angle, and there's a connection, there's a theorem there. Center angle double the circumference angle. So we can say that one. So BOD equal to 2 times of BCD. So the reason for that one is center angle double the circumference angle. So excuse me for my handwriting, I'm trying to figure it out quick as possible, quick as possible. BCD, okay, so we have done that one. So BOD, I'm going to substitute for BOD, so 180 minus 2x equal 2 times of BCD. So from that I can find out BCD, the entire thing divided by, so 180 minus 2x divided by 2, which 180 divided by 2 is 90 and minus x. So I have found this one, 90 minus x. Now we know another theorem, opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral adds up to 180. So you can say ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore BAD plus BCD equal 180. That's the opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral adds up to 180. So trying to, if you are watching this video, if you don't understand, just to pause it, and I don't think like you can read my handwriting, but just trying to listen to what I said is opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral adds up to 180. So it's a kind of one of the important theorem you study in the circle theorem. So BAD is y plus BCD is 90 minus x equal 180. We already proved. So take the 90 other side. So you get the answer y minus x equal 180 minus 90, which is the answer they're asking, y minus x equal 90. I'm sure this is a 4 or 5 marker. That is our final answer. Question number 13b. There's a B part. So the total for question 13 is 4 marks. So we are going to do the 1 mark question. Dylan was asked to give some possible values for x and y. He said y could be 200 and x could be 110 because 200 minus 110 equal 90 degrees. Is Dylan correct? You must give a reason for your answer. So the actual answer is like you need to say yes, the reason, or no, he is incorrect, and the reason. In the first part, we proved y minus x equal 90, but Dylan said y could be 200 and x could be 110. Mathematically, 200 take away 110 is 90. That is correct. But in this diagram, y is a obtuse angle here. So this y plus something, y plus this angle, add up together, y plus another angle, add up together 180 maximum. So y on its own can't be 200. Right? So y could be 200. Dylan's suggestion is wrong. Is Dylan correct? No. Because opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral adds up to 180. So y plus the another angle is 180. So y on its own can't be 200. So that is our reason. That is the end of the question number 13. Question number 14. The distance time graph shows information about part of a car journey. So distance traveled in meters, in time seconds is given. Use the graph to estimate the speed of the car at time 5 seconds. So here they particularly ask for the at 5 seconds. At 5 seconds means here. So at the 5 seconds, if we draw, this is the point. So that at that point, what is the speed? So all what you want to do is you need to construct a tangent at the point . So I have drawn a right angle triangle. It's easy to find the tangent, right? So a distance travel is d, so t, so dt graph. So the gradient, so gradient gives speed. So the gradient is this distance divided by this distance. So we need to find out what is the times gradients. So difference between y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So difference of y, difference of x. So here the difference of x is the time, 6 minus 4. And difference of y is this length. So I'm having here 40 and 19. Couldn't read this one properly. let me say, so 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 small squares, 5 small square is 20. So 1 small square is 4. So is 16. So according to my diagram, is 16. So 40 take away is 16, and the answer is 24 over 2. So 12 meter per second. So this answer is an estimate. You can see it's an estimate because different people's gradient and the tangent line is going to be different. So in the marking scheme, there will be a range given. So let's say that means 9 to 14 meter per second is everything is correct. So our, as long as the 12 is like falling in between the specific values in the marking scheme, you will get right. So understand the method. In the distance time graph, the gradient gives the speed, and drawing a tangent at a particular point, and you measure the y distance and divided by the x distance, that is the speed. And that's the end of the question 14. Question number 15. A darts team is going to play a match on Saturday and on Sunday. The probability that the team will win on Saturday is 0.45. If they win on Saturday, the probability that they will win on Sunday is 0.67. If they do not win on Saturday, the probability that they will win on Sunday is 0.35. Complete the probability tree diagram. This is just a straightforward basic tree diagram question. So the theory behind this one is the total probability on the branch adds up to 1. So 0.45 win. So that means 0.55 it's not to win. If they win on Saturday, the probability they will win on Sunday is 0.67. So straightforward 0.67. And just to make sure you do your mental maths correctly, so use the calculator in case if I make any mistakes. 0.33, and this branch together is 1. Then the next one is given 0.35, and 1 minus 0.35 is 0.65. As a 2-mark question, find the probability, is a B part, find the probability that the team will win exactly one of the 2 matches. Exactly one of the match means in this event is win, comma win. And this branch is win and not win. And this one is not win, win. The last one, not win and not win. So they ask you to find a win exactly one of the match. So this one won't coming, so both match wins. So that means exactly only one, exactly one. So this also not coming. This is possible because out of the 2, so only one match is they won, and the next one here they won. So we need to find out the probability for the both events and add them up. So basically probability of win not win is 0.45 times 0.33, then probability of not win is 0.55 times 0.35. So we need to do a little multiplication. So let my calculator put it somewhere here. 0.45 times 0.33. So the answer 0.1485, and 0.55 times 0.35 is 0.1925. Add them together, plus 0.1485 is 0.341, and that is the answer for the part B. Question number 16a. On the grid, draw the graph of x squared plus y squared equal 12.25. So the graph sketch is given, so we need to draw the graph. So I hope you have studied this one. This is a general format of the circle. X squared plus y squared equal r squared if any equation in this format is a circle. So this right hand side, this r is the radius of the circle. So if it is radius, in this question they have given x squared plus y squared equal 12.25. So my first job is, this is r squared. So I need to find out r equals square root of 12.25. This is not a scientific calculator, I mean like the calculator you use. So 12.25 square root is 3.5. So the answer I got for the radius is 3.5. So x squared plus y squared equal, so x squared plus y squared equal 3.5 squared. So now I found the radius is 3.5, and this kind of question, the center point has to be 0, 0. So the center point O is going to be 0, 0, and the radius is 3.5. So the 2 marks given in order to draw the circle. Let me draw that one. No, I don't think I can. So 3.5. Just try my best actually, just to work out how the best way to do. So basically what it is actually, this is 2 and this is 3, and 3.5 means in between somewhere here. So now I need to draw somewhere here, right? Okay. Right. So it's just roughly I'm drawing this one. So as long as in your graph sheet, so this is 3.5. So 3.5 means, so this is 3 and between, so and this is 3 and 3.5. So everywhere 3.5, make sure it's drawn correctly, so you'll get these 2 marks. So that is the graph of x squared plus y squared equal 3.5 squared. Question number 16b. Hence, find estimates for the solutions of the simultaneous equations. Let me show you the previous page. We draw the circle of the x squared plus y squared equal 12.25, and as B part they are asking the same circle x squared plus y squared equal 12.25, and another straight line equation 2x plus y equal 1. So hence find the estimate. So the answer they are asking is an estimate. So it's going to be a graphical solution. So estimate is a key you to understand. That means you can't do this as a simultaneous equation, because by using the algebra you can do this one in a different method. For an example, let me show you how to do it in an algebra. So 2x plus y equal 1. So y equal 1 minus 2x. So you make y as a subject and substitute in the first equation. So x squared plus y squared, instead of y you can put 1 minus 2x whole thing squared equal 12.25. So then you expand this one, you collect the like terms, and you get a quadratic equation with a number. Bring the number equal to 0. Use the calculator. If you want the quadratic formula, you will end up with x answer, 2 answer, and you substitute and y answer. You'll end up with spending the next 10 minutes doing this question algebraically. So but they are not asking that way. So please read the question carefully. They are not asking you to solve this equation using algebra or just to solve the equation. They only asking estimate solution using the previous method. Previous method means the method we used for simultaneous equation, sometimes a graphical solution. So let me go to the previous page. It's easy to do that here. So 2x plus y equal 1 is the straight line. So the graph is a circle is one of the graphs. So x squared plus y squared equal 12.25 is the first graph, and the second one is the 2x plus y equal 1. So the intersection point are going to be the solution for the both graphs. So the intersection point. So to find out the intersection points, I need to draw this straight line. So the best way to draw the straight line, so make the y as a subject, y equal minus 2x plus 1. So you need 3 points or minimum 2 points to draw a straight line. For safe side, I'm going to find 3 points, minus 1, 0, 1. Or let's take minus 2, 0, 2. So if I substitute minus 2 times minus 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 0 means 0 plus 1 is 1, 2 minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. So the coordinates are minus 2, 5, 0, 1 and 2 minus 3. Let me go and plot this point in the graph. So I use the purple color, minus 2, 5, minus 2, 5 is somewhere here. 0, 1 somewhere here, and 2 minus 3 is somewhere here. So let me join these two lines, join these 3 points. I end up with these straight lines. So always label the lines. What line you draw? This one, y equal minus 2x plus 1, and the blue one is my circle, which is x squared plus y squared equal 12.25. Now the intersection point, let me use a different color. So this point, and I am going to find the x coordinate by drawing a line. So that is nearly 2. That's the reason they ask you to estimate, and I got an answer. X answer is 2 and the y answer is minus 3. So one pair of answer, x equal 2 comma y equal minus 3. Let's do the other one. So the other point is somewhere here. I'm drawing a straight line, but don't worry if you are not getting a accurate answer like the same answer like me, but as long as you get some answers within that range, you will get the full marks. So the first X answer here is -1, and the relevant Y is just above 3 point something. So I put 3.2. So X equal -1 and Y equal 3.2. So that is the solution. So this is very easy, and it's not accurate answer, it's an estimate answer. But if you are using the algebra method, you will end up the next 10 minutes to work on X and Y. So that is more than enough for this question number 16. Question number 17. The histogram shows the information about the times taken by some students to finish a puzzle. So frequency density in the y-axis, and the time taken for the completing the puzzle is in the x-axis. The first question, the A part, they ask complete the frequency table for this information. So the first row of the frequency table is filled and complete histogram is drawn. So we got to fill up the empty rows. So the only thing we need to know on this question is frequency density equal frequency divided by class width. So frequency density equal frequency divided by class width, or frequency equal frequency density times by class width. So either one of this equation, if you remember, you can do this question. So let's do the first one. And the first one, the class width is the difference between the 5 and 0. So the class width is, the first one is 5. So the 5 is the class width, and the frequency is given 4. 4 divided by 5 is 0.8. So that is the reason they drawn this bar charts for 0.8 frequency. That is correct. Second one, the class width is 5 to 15, which is 10, and 10 is the class width, and times the frequency density for the second group is 0.4. So 0.4 times 10 is 4. So the frequency is 4 here. You can show the working here. So all what you're doing is class width times the height of the bar chart, so 0.4. Second one, 15 to 25, which is class width is 10 times 0.6, which is 6. 25 to 30, class width is 5, and the bar chart's height is 1, so 1 times 5 is 5. 30 to 50 is 20 is the class width, and the height of the the bar chart is 0.2, which is 4. So complete the frequency table for this information. That is the end of the question 17A. Question number 17B. Find an estimate for the lower quartile of the times taken to finish the puzzle. So I just copy the first question histogram and the table for ease of our calculation here. The question actually lower quartile. We all know what is lower quartile is. A Q1 is the 25% of the data. So 25% of the data. So how can we find the data number of total? We can add them up the frequency column. 4 plus 4 8, 14, 19 plus 4 is 23 people. So 23 is the total number of people. So 25% means quarter of 23, which means 5.25 5.75. Make sure I'll do the right thing. Just to press the calculator. 23 divided by 4, 5.75. So 5.7th term. If it is coming to the decimal, so you can round up to the next one, the 6th term. So some of you may have studied, you have an equation for Q1. So 1 upon 4 n plus 1, 1 upon 4 times n is 23. So 23 plus 1 is 24. So 24 1/4 times 24, which will give 6. So in that way also you will find the 6th term. So the 6th term is the answer for the lower quartile. How to find out the 6th term? So this is the frequency table. So if you have the cumulative frequency, which is the 4 up to 4 numbers are going to be in the first group, and the 4 plus 4, so 4 is going to be here, so 4 plus 4, 8. Up to 8 numbers, 8 terms are going to be in the second group. So let me explain that again. So the first number to the 4th number is going to be in the first group. So the 5th number until the 8th number, it's going to be in the second group. I am searching for the 6th term. So the 6th term means it's going to be in the second group. So this is where the quartile is going to be. So in order to find out the accurate answer, so 6th term is going to be in the second data. So you need to take this value. So the way to do is, so the starting point is 5. So 5 plus, right? 5 plus, and 4 numbers is gone already. So the 6 means 2 here. So 2 upon 4 and the class width. So class width is 15 take away 5. So 15 take away 5. So that is equivalent to 5 plus 2 upon 4 means half times 15 take away 5 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 plus 5 is the answer. 10 minutes is the quartile, lower quartile. So let me quickly run through this one. Once I find out the 6th term, so the 6th term is going to be the 4th term in the first group. The 6th term means additionally 2. So out of the 4, I'm searching for the second number. So out of 4 is the 2. So that is the fraction for this one. So the way to do is, in the between the spread 15 take away 5 is the spread. I am looking for half of it plus the starting number 5. So 5 plus the class width is 15 5 and the fraction is 2 upon 4 because second number out of 4 I'm searching for. So 2 upon 4. So half times 10 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. The 10 minutes is the final answer for the question 17B. Question number 18. ABCDEFGH is a cuboid. AB equals 7.3 centimeter, CH equal 8.1 centimeter, and the angle BCA is 48 degrees. Find the size of the angle between AH and the plane ABCD. The plane ABCD is the bottom plane, and the AH is the line from A to H. So they're asking the angle between the line and the plane means from the top. So HC, we know what is that. is 8.1 and we need to find out this triangle. So this is the AC. So basically they are asking, let me mark that clearly. This is the angle. I'm going to mark that as a theta. That is the angle they are asking. So I know that CH is 8.1 centimeter and I need another length to find out the theta, because using the so-called TOA rule, so TOA, sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, tan is opposite over adjacent. So to use this rule, you need two sides. So 8.1 centimeter is one of the side and I need the AC or AH. So the information given here, AB is 7.3. So AB, that's AB. So I'm going to draw, let me draw right, it's a cuboid, it's not cube or it's not square, so don't get some like a misinterpretation. The way the diagram shows is kind of a cube, so but it's not a square faced shape. So I'm trying to figure it out. So the A, B, C, D. So this is the base. AB is given 7.3. I am now going to find what is this AC. So the angle given BCA is 48. Right? So I'm using a different color. So the 48 opposite side is O and this is 90 degrees. Opposite side is AC. So opposite over hypotenuse is sine. So we can use the sine formula. So sine 48 is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is 7.3. Hypotenuse is AC, is sine 48. So cross multiply AC sine 48 equals 7.3. So AC equal 7.3 divided by sine 48. So use your calculator, it's a calculator paper. So you will end up with answer 9.82 centimeter. So once you find out the AC, this is 9.82, then you can use a tan formula because its theta's opposite is O and adjacent is A. So tan theta equal opposite over adjacent. So 8.1 over 9.82. So take the theta equal tan inverse of 8.1 over 9.82. So the theta equal, if you use the calculator and they are asking to one decimal place, so you will end up with 39.52. So if you round up, so theta is 39.5 degrees to 1 dp, 1 decimal point. So that is our final answer. Question number 19. Shape S is 1/4 of a solid sphere. Center 0, center O. The volume of S is 576 pi centimeter cube. Find the surface area of S. Give your answer. Correct is 3 SF. You must show all your working. So the equation is given. So volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cube and the surface area is 4 pi r squared. So we need to find out what is this shape actually. They have given a small clue there. They have written here is 1/4 of a solid sphere. So the shape S is 1/4 of a solid sphere. So the volume of S is 1/4 of 4/3 pi r cube. 4 and 4 cancel, so 1/3 pi r cube is the volume of this shape. That is given, so that is equivalent to 576 pi. So I cancel the pi both side. So r cube over 3, so 1/3 means the 3 is underneath the r cube, equal 576. I'm going to cross multiply r cube 576 times 3 and r equal cube root of 576 times 3. So don't use your mental maths, just use a calculator paper. So let me on my calculator. So it's going to be cube root of 576 times 3 and it's going to be, the answer is 12. So that is a nice answer. So r equal 12 centimeter. So the radius we found 12 centimeters. So now they are asking find the surface area of S. So the surface area, the equation is 4 pi r squared. So the shape is 1/4 of the full shape. So the surface area. So when it comes to surface area, there's a curved surface. So the curved surface, what I really mean is this side. So the curved surface is 1/4 of the 4 pi r squared, which is the curved outside surface. 4 and 4 cancel, so pi r squared, which I quickly find out, pi times 12 squared, because radius we found from the previous step, and that is the curved surface. And the next one I'm called as a flat surface. So the flat surface I have, let me use a different color, a purple color. So this is the flat surface on the top, that is exactly half a circle, and another a flat surface is this one's another half a circle. So half a circle plus half a circle is full circle. The full circle's equation is pi r squared, again pi times 12 squared. So this is 144 pi and this also 144 pi, and total is 144 pi plus 144 pi. Answer is 288 pi, and I'm going to use the calculator quickly. 288 times pi, which is equal to 904.77. So you're going to answer here 904.77 centimeter squared, but they're asking in a 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3, so fourth one is 7, so it will round up, so 905 centimeters squared. So that is our final answer. Question number 20. Martin did this question. Rationalize the denominator of 14 over 2 plus root 3. Here is how he answered the question. 14 over 2 plus root 3. So they have shown all the working. Martin's answer is wrong. So they have said that. So you don't need to find out whether it's correct or incorrect. So they have said Martin's answer is wrong. Find Martin's mistake. So 1 mark only. So you can't spend too much of time. Quickly go through each and every steps and see whether he has done the correct steps. So rationalizing denominator 2 plus root 3. So 2 plus root 3 means the opposite one is a 2 minus root 3. So that is correct. 2 minus root 3 is correct. 2 minus root 3 is correct. So when we times 14 times 2 is 28, that is correct. 14 times root 3 is 14 root 3 minus, that is also correct. Then expanding to third format brackets, so 2 times 2 4, that is correct. 2 I think like a root 3 times 2 he's doing, so that is correct. Then so he's doing the 2 times minus root 3, which is correct. Then the last one, plus root 3 times minus root 3, that is where the mistake is. So plus root 3 times minus root 3 is minus 3, but he wrote it as a plus 3. So 28 minus, so rest of the question, this is right and this is wrong and this is wrong and the answer is wrong. Martin's answer is wrong. Find the mistake. So you need to say root 3 times minus root 3, which is minus 3, not plus 3. So it's a 1 mark question, but I would like to do actual or correct answer. Correct answer, 28 minus 14 root 3 over 4 minus 3, which is 1. So the actual answer is 28 minus 14 root 3, because 4 minus 3 is 1. So that is the question number 20. So question number 20 has 2 parts. So the A part is done. So this is the B part. Sian did this question, rationalize the denominator of 5 over root 12. Here is how she answered the question. 5 over root 12 equal to, so every step is given. Sian's answer is wrong. Again, they have given the answer is wrong. Find the mistake. So when you're rationalizing the denominator's square root of 12, so you multiply square root of 12, correct, and square root of 12 times square root of 12 is 12, correct, and 5 is coming here, correct, and this square root of 12, she changed that to 3 root 2. Let me explain that. Square root of 12 is square root of 4 times 3, because 4 times 3 is 12. Square root of 4 times square root of 3. Square root of 4 is a known number, so 2 root 3. It's a correct answer, but she put it as a 3 root 2. So we need to say square root of 12 is equal to 2 root 3, because you already showed the working, not 3 root 2. It's again only 1 marks, so you don't need to show the working, but if you want the correct answer, so 5 times 2 root 3 is the correct answer over 12. So 2 goes into 1, 2 goes into 6 here, so the answer is 5 root 3 over 6. That is the end of the question 20. Question number 21. This is the last question and it's a 5 marker. So all about the bounds. Jackson is trying to find the density in grams per centimeter cube of a block of wood. The block of wood is in the shape of a cuboid. He measures the length is given 13.2 centimeter, correct to the nearest millimeter, and the width is given, height is given. He measures the mass 1970 grams, correct to the nearest 5 grams. Then by considering the bounds, work out the density of the wood. Give your answer to suitable degree of accuracy. I'm sure you may have come across this kind of question. So suitable degree of accuracy. In this case, like you need to find out the upper bound of the density. and lower bound of the density, and find out the common answer. The both answer can be round up to. So let me show you the last step. So the first few steps are very simple. All what you want to do is you need to find out the volume and the density. Let's start this one. Volume equal, we know, length times width times height. So that is the first equation. We need to find out that one. Then the second equation we are going to use is the density is equal to mass over volume, right? So these are the two equations I'm going to use. So they ask you to work out the density. So you need to write this one. So density is upper, U stand for upper, equal mass upper over volumes lower bound, right? So let me carry on working on this one. So mass upper bound. So I need to come here. So the mass is 1970 grams, nearest to 5 grams. So nearest to 5 grams means divided by 2. So 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So you need to add 2.5, which is 1972.5 grams, and you take away minus 2.5, which will give if you take away 67.5 grams. So you add 2.5 and take away 2.5. Why is 2.5? Because it's nearest to 5. So 5 divided by 2 is the 2.5. So this is my upper bound and this is my lower bound. So the same as here, the length upper bound and the lower bound. So you need to find out the length upper bound is nearest to millimeter. So if you think about 13.2 centimeter, which is 132 millimeter. So nearest to millimeter means nearest to 1 millimeter. So 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. So nearest to millimeter means nearest to 1 millimeter. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. So you got to add 0.5. So 132 add 0.5 is 132.5. Take away 0.5 is 131.5. Both are in millimeters. I'm going to convert that into centimeters. So 13.25 centimeter upper bound and 13.15 is the lower bound. So same as you can find the width is 16.05 and 15.95. Both are in centimeter. And the height, I'm going to make this 21.75 and 21.65. Both are centimeter. So I have prepared all the legworks of the upper bound and lower bound. Now I am going to be substitute here. Mass is upper bound. So 1972.5 over volumes lower bound. So volumes lower bound means you need to times everything together, but you need to pick the lower volume. So the lower volume is 13.15 times 15.95 times 21.65. So let me press the calculator. So 1972.5, 13.15 times 15.95 times 21.65. I got an answer here. 0.4343828506 grams per centimeter cube. So density is lower is m lower over volume upper. So I'm going to substitute and show. It's a 5-mark question. So 1967.5 over all the upper values of 13.25 times 16.05 and times 21.75. So let me quickly do this work as well. So then we can finalize the answer. 1967.5 13.25 times 16.05 times 21.75. So the answer is 0.42536775546 gram per centimeter cube. So now is the decision making. So what is the answer? So the both answer, upper bound is this and lower bound is this. If I approximate the answer to one decimal point, so the answer is 0.4 for the upper. For the lower is also 0.4. They are both same answer. So if I approximate for the second decimal point, the upper answer is 0.43 and the lower answer, if I 2 decimal means the 5 will give, so 0.43 as well. So still the answers are same. So if I approximate to 3 decimal place, 0.434 is the upper answer, 0.434, and lower answer is 0.425. So that is wrong. So the answer differs at 3 decimal place. So the suitable degree of accuracy means, so the answer is 0.43. So the answer is 0.43 grams per centimeter, round to 2 decimal places. You can say 2 significant figures because 2 significance also in this case is same. So 2SF or 2SF, because here significant figure 0 is not counted as a significant figure. So the first significant, second significant. So the both answer can be rounded to 2 significant figures or 2 decimal point to 0.43. So that is the end of the question 21.